trophy you're giving it.
First round.
All right.
Guru, it's great to see you back on the court. Any words?
It's all Ankush. I was just there for the ride. All I said, just be a good passenger. Don't ruffle the ride. We'll take you home.
It was just awesome to play with Guru. Like in so many ways, not just like the tennis itself. For him to be back on the court, play all the way through, and tough matches. We had tough matches. Like everything went to like third set tiebreakers for him to like stay there, and his net game is like amazing.
Yeah.
Like the flick volleys, like badminton smashes from like 5 feet behind the baseline, and like crushing those overheads is like it was fun to play.
Second serve.
Yeah, there's no second serve in this game.
Congrats, guys. This was awesome.
You never
Guru,
missed
I'm
your
still
first
trying to
serve?
learn the drop volley that you do. That's amazing. The way it falls. But congrats, guys. Guru, it's great to see you back on the court. I mean, first off, right? Then we'll do the singles finalists. Arun, great ride, man. So Arun beat me in a third set tiebreak. He beat Madhu in a third set tiebreak.
This is video, okay?
Okay.
He's taking you got this still pictures.
Oh, hold on, one
I
second.
have a continuously running
Boy,
video.
hold on, 1 second. Let me get this.
Come on, Patty, hurry up.
Yeah, you need to fill the glass up. All right, I got it. Thank you.
Arun, any words?
Special thanks to Ankush because I was part of his group.
Oh yeah, he backed out.
He faked his injury. I didn't see you not playing after that. Okay, that particular match you said you had a back problem. I didn't see you back out of any of the other things. But thanks to you, if I had played him, I know that you would have blown me up. I had no reason to be qualifying for the
Arun,
whatever crazy rules you guys have for qualifying.
Arun,
Right, and that's when I managed to get through, and for some luck, yes
this
sir.
back problem has been going on for 2.5 years.
I'm not
Just to let you know.
complaining. This is the best way for me to have gone.
That 1 week I left, I won the doubles. It's a fair trade.
To be honest, thank you so much for making me part of this. I had a fantastic tournament. It's not about just winning, it's about meeting all of you. I've never played so many new players in the last, more than a decade. I've been playing with these Tonti Reddy brothers and but I don't know how many years now. I've never played somebody new since.
Crash the video.
So it was a pleasure to meet new people.
Awesome.
Thank you again, guys.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Thanks, Arun.
Good to have you on the team.
And then our winner, the one and only 65, Harsh.
Okay, hold on. All right, there you go. Got it.
The first and the last 3-5 to win this. I can see it.
Harsh, any words?
It's okay.
Thank you guys. And first of all, thank you for the induction into Hackers. I think that's the best thing that happened to me after moving from Jersey City 2 years back. So Karthik, thanks, and Ashok and folks, but of course, met through Karthik on that point. And I think, as Arun said, I would echo Arun's point here that the main thing out here as part of the league was just getting to know so many more folks and enjoying that. I think that's the best part of it. Winning, losing is of course there, and I think it was probably my day, and I was lucky to get through some really tough
Totally
matches.
lucky, man. Totally lucky.
I mean,
We are
I know that
witness to that.
Pure luck, eh?
Pure luck.
there are some great players out here, and another day it would have been another result there, but had some great matches with so many of you guys. So again, thank you on that part. And Guru, again, congrats to you. Great to see you back in action. So again, that's another good thing about the Hackers League in general, to see all of us playing more and more. So thanks again for that.
Awesome. We have some special awards, so over to Brian.
Yeah, a can of ball is very priced.
Not in Costco anymore, so yes.
Okay, we're gonna recognize the captains of all the teams, but before I do that, I would like to thank the host of our.
There you go.
In order to thank him, I'd like to present him with a official CM Hackers.
Oh, wow.
So this is a way to recognize him, but it's also a way to bribe him that maybe he'll do this again next year.
All the whiskey, yes.
Thank you.
And it's leather too.
Thank you.
Probably should have given it before,
Hang on.
because there's been many bottles of beer opened since.
Thank you. I was trying to impress you. Hopefully you will ask me to do this again next year.
Okay, so it's the Phoenix Mutual.
I came here because Murli is a host.
Murli, can you hold it once more?
I just get crashed.
Murli, hold it once more.
Come down here, center. Brian,
All right, got it.
hey Brian, give me some credit because he used to play cricket.
Nice
and I
idea.
brought
Whose
him to
idea was
tennis.
this? Brian? Is it your idea?
Okay, so we're back to the Ram stories.
Murli
So
was
if you
playing
haven't heard,
cricket.
Ram is the one that brought morality into the Hackers
And now we have
family.
this big party.
Okay, so yeah, now I'd like to recognize all the captains who.
Wait a second. I don't think you got the story quite right. Ram brought me to tennis, not to see him. Then I joined Hackers before Ram. Guru Deshpande.
Yes.
He, how did we meet CM?
Train ride to work.
See, in the train I met Ram and Guru, and they talked about it. I was playing cricket until then, 2005, summer of 2005. That's when I
before that,
switched
you
from
were
cricket to
playing
tennis. Because I was talking to these guys every day, and they pulled me into tennis. And that's how I started.
Ramu, we have to thank Ram for that.
Yeah, and I
Away from us.
I brought Ramu the next year because
1 year we got a breakthrough.
Murli, I would thank you because, I don't know, most people don't know me, but when the hackers, when your group started, tennis group, you got me into, I was
Yeah.
playing tennis.
Yeah,
with
with-
some of
with
the
Shankar,
friends.
Shankar.
You saw me on the court and then
Yeah.
you brought me into,
That's right.
this group. So since then I've met so many people like you. There were like 15, I think, in the group at that time, 10, 15 people. You got 80 of them.
Now we have 80.
Well, we were playing only 3.0 at that time. At first, when in 2006, when I first started with CM, there was just 3.0. Even Brian was playing 3.0. He was one of those fake 3.0.
But we were like only 15 or 20 in the group, right?
But I think you started after we started. We needed the 3.5.
You saw me one time
Yeah.
playing singles and then you pulled me over and then I was enjoying it and then they said, oh, we don't have enough doubles to play doubles. Ever since my singles game is gone. It doesn't matter. But I enjoy it and I'm
Yeah,
still...
and it has absolutely nothing to do with age, right?
Not at all. But thanks to, actually, Murli, I thank you for, this is like what, 15 years ago? 15 years, I think, right?
Yeah, it would have been around
15
2006.
years and you brought me in, so...
15
myself also joined.
Yeah.
2005 was
My first USTA singles match was against you, Nikhil.
Nikhil, yeah.
He was on the other team.
Yeah.
In 3.0, I played against Nikhil.
Yeah, we were on Veterans Park. You played on Veterans Park
Yeah,
Court,
yeah,
yes.
Veterans.
And then we joined in
Thing
2006.
is, we are only 15 people in the group. You got 80 now.
Now, that's right.
Really amazing. I don't want to forget CM.
Yeah.
CM was.
Brian, over to you.
CM is a master.
Okay. I learned a lot of new stuff right now. Okay, before I recognize the first captains, I'd like to just recognize that we did a walk for CM. And he's actually the one who started our family. Right? We started with, probably less than 10 people. And it's grown since then. And ever since he passed in 2018, we've been, was it 2000? Did I get the year right? So we've been doing a walk for pancreatic cancer research in New Brunswick. And we did it again this year. We didn't do it last year because they didn't have it because of 2020, of course. But this year we raised $1,657.
Wow.
And our team came in 4th place overall of all the teams that were entered. I just wanted to mention that.
76 participants in the CM Hackers group right now.
Wow. Okay, so now getting on to the I'd like to recognize the captains. So I'm going to start with the 4.0 40 plus. And I believe these are 2 new captains. Have you ever captained before, Ram? Yeah, so both Ram and Sai. You guys can come up. we had a low budget, so. On the side, they were the co-captains of our 40-plus team. We actually ended up having two 40-plus teams this year because we had so many people. So we were Team A, I think, which I think we finished like with fewer points than the other team. So you could make an argument we should have been Team B, but since we have a low budget and we have some leftover balls because we now have the club supplying the balls, so I'm going to give them regular duty balls in a different play.
Hey, Brian, he won't complain because he gave me a can. He gave me a can today, so he won't complain anymore.
So Ram.
Nice. Hey, raise it up here, both of you. Hey, both of you raise it up here.
You guys, anybody want to say a few words?
No.
We won a few matches, didn't we?
Brian was supposed to be the captain, but because of an injury, he wasn't playing. So I was the vice captain the previous year, so by default, I got promoted to be the captain. And
I'm under training. Yeah, I was under training. So just did a little bit of job.
How was your internship?
Nice. I had an exciting first match. There was some mix-up, so we were playing against some team in PRC, I think, and we exchanged the lineups. I did not give him my lineup. He wrote the names, and then he complained to USTA saying, "Hey, Harish has not even signed up for USTA matches." So there was no Harish, there was Harsh. So the guy knew Harish, he knew Harish. So he said, yeah, I know Harish, he wrote it down, I think. I said Harsh and he wrote down Harish and he says Harish is not even in the team here. So we had a little excitement there. So that was the match I was captain, so I had my fun there. Learned a few lessons.
So what he's trying to say is he's an expert captain now.
I'm an expert captain now. I know what
He'll
not
be
to do.
captaining again in the future, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, thank you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, like I said, we had two 40-plus teams,
More important than
and the other team was captained by and Say a few words about how your season went.
You should be team A, say that.
Well, it was initially, I was not going to be the captain. Ashok called me and asked me if I can be the captain. And I was like, are you sure you want me to be the captain? Because this was just my second season with the Hackers. And he said, no, you'll do well, and Ankush is going to be the co-captain. So we took upon the challenge. I think it was we called ourselves the Hacker Spartans. We even had a poll going for that. You know, are we going to be calling ourselves the Hacker Spartans? And I think Ram was very vocal about it. He said, let's call ourselves Hacker Spartans. So,
Ram, you were going to B and not A? Oh man, how did that happen? I got relegated. Oh, how did that happen?
it was all the stories, man. I got him relegated.
They needed some
Should have just given you A.
But it was a fun season. I mean, we had a lot of 3.5 players who got bumped up to 4-0, and it was a good starting season. We were there, I would say at least, I would say till the end, a couple of games, a couple of matches, and we had a lot of fun. I couldn't play literally everyone, but I mean, we were able to get the best out of everyone, and I think a lot of lessons learned, and I think next season will probably be much better. But you know, credit to Ankush, he was there. You know, every day after the game was over, I would immediately text him, and he's like, "Oh, here we go, Gopal is texting me again." But you know, we are already thinking about the next week. We're already thinking for what we can do better and stuff. And I think there was so much behind the scenes that we don't know, but Ankush was helping me out a lot. I mean, he was probably the captain. I was just the co-captain here. So
It is so easy to be co-captain when you only have to do this behind the scenes stuff and not the real stuff. Changing lineups and coordinating with like 5 females from USTA who were like so many emails going back and forth. But like it was a great season.
couple of things for these guys, right? So like, you know, we used to.
You need a mic.
You're here.
Hey, Brian,
Yes, something.
for the team, right? I was a non-playing member of the team. So, like, you know, like when I met Gopal initially, right? Like, first match was played, right? And we were starting to captain me and Vaibhav, right? More Vaibhav than me. So Gopal was discussing the lineup of the opponents. Of the 16 opponents, he knew the last 2 years' history.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? He put so much pressure. What I mean is, every single match, this guy analyzed every person and then did a permutation combination in terms of who should play singles, who should play D1, who should play D2. Amazing. And I still got it wrong. But like the effort was phenomenal effort. And the second thing was, before every lineup was announced, or like when the lineup was announced, he used to give nomenclatures for every team.
That was good.
Oh my god, that was like the event of the weeks for me. Right? So there were two classic things. Yeah, some examples.
Yeah, we can pull something down.
Yes.
Like a good captain.
You can keep going. You're fine.
Okay, then we had captains for the 4.0 18 and over.
Who won? Not good.
Karthik and Silver.
I've been enough.
Yeah, go.
No, go.
Come on, buddy. You can't say that.
These guys are the real captain.
Real captain.
I've said enough. Go.
Okay. Karthik was the main man behind these things. So everything was been done by Karthik. I mean, and he was the lead point taker as well. I mean, if you look at the total thing, like he won pretty much all the matches. You know, being a captain, setting up the example for me, and we were losing a lot of matches. So, but yeah, great job, Karthik. I mean, I know like this is the first year though. You did a tremendous job.
I played once with him and he plays doubles like he's playing singles.
Yeah, exactly. And he's all the time like.
That's my partner.
That's an underhanded dig, huh? But no, I think kudos to the team, right? It was what? I think 2 tie breaks that kept us from going to the districts. And also I'll say thank you and then sorry, right? I think our lineup was, our team had, every captain you just named was all part of our team. So we weren't very fair in giving everyone the opportunity. So I know some people weren't very, I'm assuming, I didn't hear anything, maybe Ashok did, that you know, we couldn't spread it out, but we were doing so well. So it's kind of hard when you're doing well not to, you know, go with the strongest. But we tried to make it fair, but thank you Ashok. I think he was very patient. I always had like, you know, weird ideas and he was very patient. I still do in our winter leagues. and he's very patient in hearing me out. So thanks guys.
You must be a Karthik must be a Dhoni follower. Don't change anything if things are working.
I'm not a Dhoni fan at all.
Follower.
Although he won, I'm still
Delhi, are you Delhi?
Fan made it follow.
Exactly.
No, like I said, you know, I played only once with him, but I think if I play next with him, every ball that comes over, I'll say yours. Keep very low.
Karthik, take it as a compliment.
Before you sit down, Karthik, we want to recognize you as the head of the tournament this year.
Thank you.
Other people come up to
For what?
Cannonball.
Lots of extra balls.
organizer, and we kept it running like after we started it, and he kept a good grip of the tournament. I thought it was only fitting that we'd give him some tournament grip.
I'm taking a picture. Man.
It's happening. It's happening, Ashok. Keep entertaining everybody. One more joke. Sing a song 5 minutes.
So now, before joke, something serious. This is my 9th year being part of this team.
Wow.
Yeah. And one person to thank for this is standing right there. Harish.
You blaming me?
Absolutely. absolutely a great relationship. I mean, it happened because of my wife. So my wife and Harish were colleagues, and some tennis talk came up, or she asked or whatever happened, and he said it's tennis and blah blah blah. And then one weekend, I landed up playing with Harish, Sumant, and Subrata. Subrata was part of Hackers, and he's still in the group, but he doesn't stand up play anymore.
Dada.
He's into scouting.
There's also
He's into
Subrata.
Boy Scouts.
Oh no,
Subrata.
another Dada.
Yeah, you don't know him at all.
Another
So,
Dada. With
yeah,
Banja.
the last time we saw him, the part of this group was an unfortunate event, CM's funeral. That's where he came. And me, Harish, and Subrata and Sumant played at Robinson High School. And then I started playing the evenings, and then I played with Sai, CM, and Sudhakar. It was the first match we played. And I drop shotted Sudhakar. And I think I was playing with CM or Sai next to it, and he came and told me, dude, don't drop shot, come on. I said, okay, all right. So that's how my journey started with Hackers, and today I'm here. I'm very, very happy to be a part of this team and got many of you in, and I can see some faces.
Ankush.
got me in. Yeah.
Ankush again, me and my wife were playing in high school in South, and she complained of toe pain or whatever pain she had, and she left, and Ankush was serving all by himself. And I was like, dude, you want to play? I said, he said, yeah. And he started smoking forehand. I said, no. You can't be in the opposition team. You got to be on our side. Get him in, man, right now. So, get him in. All right. Silvaraj, where is he? Oh, there you go. PTP classes. Our man enrolls for PTP classes. That's where I saw him. And I got him into Hackers.
So was your wife around there too? Because I think she's the recruiter, right?
I got a credit. Ankush, I got a credit to her. Silvaraj, PDP classes.
You have brought your wife here today.
And who else? Kevin was Mercer County lead. I mean, I had some stupid knee problem, not able to move, etc. I was wearing a knee brace, playing and all that. And I mean, I lost the match, of course. No surprises about that. Me and singles. But then I asked him, I said, hey, do you want to join Hackers? And he said, somebody contacted me earlier. I did not. I said, you should. We are a great team and all that. And he's here now. So, hey, 2019 was a huge highlight, and one person missed here because he changed sports. Where is he? He's gone.
Vijay?
He's probably gone to be his wife's birthday. Shashi. He decided to play cricket that year. And he still regrets. He said, even today he was like, damn, I regret that year. I don't know why I played cricket that year. And we went to finals, and we went to nationals. So that's a whole different story. But I enjoyed, still enjoying. I will continue to enjoy. It was a great family, and thanks for the tradition. No more balls.
No more balls.
Two more.
One more.
Okay, so I've been saving the last one for the 3-5 since they had a lot of success. So, Robbie and
So close, so
they
close.
actually won their district, and for that I'm going to give them a can of balls
Championship
plus
balls.
Yeah, for them,
Verb energy shakers. They can keep the ball
Energy buzz.
rolling and do well next year. Maybe go to sectionals.
I hope my rating doesn't bump up, man.
I think it will, according to tennis record.
So this was like Selvaraj as usual pushing us, saying that do something more. And I think so like because of the nationals, all these guys moved on to 4.0. A few of us behind. So we created a new team almost, right? But got a fantastic bunch of people. Incredible set of guys. We obviously started a lot of offshoot things like a lot of drinking after the game, but practices, right? Like incredible practices. I think so. Like
I don't know about Vaibhav, right? But I think so. Like when we kind of were looking at the lineups and things like that through the season, right? People like Paddy, right? Immense contributions, right? Then what do you say? We even what do you say? Shashi, DJ, everybody kind of wanted the team to do well, right? So they were on the both sides of the fence, wanting to sit out in case there was somebody better playing, or make sure that they are there in, right? So they were wanting to play for the team, not for themselves, right? So that comedian was absolutely incredible through the season. And I think so, like, we just got a bit unlucky with the rules, where we lost out on districts.
Technicality.
But you know, it was absolute last. We lost out.
No, we went to districts, we didn't go to sections.
We didn't go to sections.
You won your division, yeah.
And only because technically we won more matches, more courts than the team which went to sections. But we still didn't go through.
They just won one more game or something like that, right?
No.
No, the rules were changed. The rules were changed. If it was regular season rule, we would have gone. But anyway, not sure about that, although I am sure.
I'm very sure.
Yeah, but it was a great season. I just want to call out few team members, right? Like, not to call names, but I want to call out Rajesh because he's been a team man. Rajesh barely played 2 matches, but he was present for each and every match as a spectator cheering the team on. So, for team spirit,
Rajesh, come on.
No, I had my own reasons why I was there.
Come on!
What was it?
You wanted to get away from his wife.
After taking this ball, I'll tell you why I came.
After taking the can.
I'm like very competitive, right from 9 years back when I used to play Murli.
Come on!
I never liked to lose. So I'm like, you know, at that time I was like a big wall. So everything has to go back.
You survived playing against Murli?
Yeah, he knows about me. Everything. He was like, you know, yeah, if he goes through me, then he is like very happy. I used to return every ball back.
Really?
Yeah, I was like half this side. Yeah, I was half this side. I used to run down every ball.
So what
I just started tennis like less than a year back.
So you're satisfied after that?
No, we used to play in Princeton and everything. Anyway, long story short, so I was on and off. So after 2 years, I came back. So I joined USC, like the team back. So they signed me up for 3.5. I was very curious how the other guys are playing, where I stand here. So I used to go and watch. Man, why I'm not in the team? In the lineup? Just want to see what the other guys are up to. That is the reason I. But no. To the credit of the captain, these guys played amazing. Like I was nowhere close to their level when I started. But by the time I ended in that 16 whatever weeks, right? I was much better, like slimmer. So I was getting better and better, but I was very enthusiastic. As they said, these guys are good. No doubt about that. So that's why I used to go. What I do, like after I was free, I had nothing to do. I used to go and see and encourage. But in the back of my mind, I think, what the guy, what is he? But when Paddy makes mistakes, unforced, I told him. You're dumping everything in the net, that's why you lost.
It's easier to watch.
And everybody's making footballs. I told him, man, come on.
He was actually the USTA referee there.
That's like, you know, Rudy is getting tempted. Dumping in the net. No. So I used to give feedback, so that's why I earned this.
That's a lot. Awesome. Now that we know the real reasons why you did this, I'll let him keep the balls until the end of the party, but then I'll be asking for the I mean, these are valuable balls.
I got to tell a story about him. He's part of our opponents.
Yeah, I'll tell how I.
You know, just
He was part of our opponents.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. And I know I played him. And he used to yell at every point.
He still.
He used to yell.
Like Ram?
And let me give it to him to tell you the story why he came with us. Because that's a representative of our group, you know. So you got to
See, that's the thing, right? I don't remember who I shouted against. He remembers. Because he's at the receiving end, right? I did it to many people. The first match I played with Hackers was me and my captain, Manimaran, with CM and Murali. Doubles match. So we beat them. And we beat them very easily.
Really, Murli?
Yeah.
You trained him.
No, at that time I was undefeated. Nobody used to beat me.
You know that you're being recorded, right? Everybody knows.
Murli will.
As long as you're aware of it.
Oh, you know, all truth only. Fact check.
Okay.
Fact check. So
Undefeated, but that part I don't agree. As soon as they said you're recorded, you're doing this.
He's on a roll. He's on a roll.
So I was like screaming like for every point. I really scream hard. So both of them were upset, but at that moment I'll scream, I'll forget, I'll move on. So then actually me and Murli, we hooked up and I said we want to play. We played at Princeton. So he said, man, you're like screaming, but you're a nice guy.
What you're a nice guy.
Really? And then we both used to work in Midtown. So I pinged him, I said, let's go for lunch. We went for 2-3 lunches. I used to we used to go to different restaurants.
Lunch date.
And like he was an opponent.
Lunch date with Murli.
And then Manimaran was not very, in the selection he did some mess up. I was thinking I was a good player, but he didn't select me. So I quit this team, really. I quit 3-4 years, I didn't play. Then Ram and me are colleagues. He works for Number, I work for Incident. I said, Ram, I want to get back. So that's how he introduced me to CM Hackers. And CM was very nice to me. So yeah, I used to, when I started playing back in 2016, I used to go for practice Tuesday, Thursday. Every Tuesday, Thursday I used to come. And CM was there. And he let me play with his son Tejas. So we used to be partners, me and Tejas. So it was very nice. And CM and me, for one of the UST matches, we went together to all the way to, it was in some almost 1 hour ride. So that time Prahlad was my singles opponent on the opposite team. So he won, Prahlad. But CM on that 1 hour journey, he told me everything, how we started his health problem. Means he had some asthma or something to go get over it, he played tennis. So he's a very nice guy. He is like very inspirational and he took care of me, he was very encouraging. So then again I stopped playing.
I'll give you
After
when I'm
2016 I
ready. You should
stopped
take over
playing for a
after
year.
some.
And 2018 I was actually pinging CM when he was very sick. I didn't know. I was just pinging him and then Ram told, oh man, he's not like, through Ram only I know.
Komaradi, faster. Komaradi, faster, Komaradi. Fast forward.
Ram D.
So Ram is the person who introduced me to CM Hackers, so that's how it joined. So the 3.5 team was amazing. Vaibhav and Ravi, no complaints. They were absolutely great.
I was not expecting you to complain.
No, I had no reasons to complain. That's what I meant to say. That's true. Thank you guys.
But hey, hold on.
You can't take it back.
No.
The last district's match, Komaradi Mukesh Patel versus the opponents. I mean, there was an issue with the opponents. They were injured. One of the players was injured. He was a left-hander coming to the let's keep that aside. But both these guys played amazing that day. And they won that match comprehensively. And I was witness to that match, and Rajesh played amazing tennis that day. Great going, Rajesh. Cycle more.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Singles, did you meet Guruli?
He only won, I used to
can't
tough
beat him
fight.
in singles.
Tough fight.
We have 2 final awards to do. And both of these are new. We've never done before. The first one is we've called it the CM Spirit Award.
Oh, nice.
And a recipient of this award is someone who everyone liked when I said this, and I want to make sure I say it correctly. It's an individual who supports and strengthens the Hackers family. It's said that you cannot pick your family. You can't choose your family, but I think this is an exception, right? We can all choose to be Hackers or not. And in the spirit of CM, I think we're all a family. I mean, we've been sharing stories like we're one big happy family. You know, when the tournament was going on, we were encouraging people as it was going on. I mean, we act like a family. So we thought it would be appropriate to, this might be a yearly thing, to honor someone who has that spirit, that keeps this family going. And the person that we chose is someone that was key in, like, he was critical in getting the organizing committee organized. Without this person, we might not have even, like, gotten together to pick, like, what teams, and, like, we had to do, like, a big analysis to see, like, what teams we were even gonna form this year, because we had, you know, a lot of 3-5 players got bumped. We weren't sure if we could have 2 3-5 teams. And by the way, I hope the family grows so we can eventually get a 3-5 18 and over team again. But we determined we could have 2 40+ teams, and it did work out because we got enough players to play every match. The only thing I didn't like is originally it was supposed to be 2 different groups and we wouldn't have to play against each other, but it turned out that, like, the 2 teams had to play against each other, which I didn't particularly care for. But
We care for.
so.
But that was the last match. That was the last
We
match.
care for.
Did you guys
It was
like
fun.
you probably did because I can't remember. So this person also was key in arranging matches during the practice, the Tuesday and Thursday practices. He would make sure that everyone who signed up, and I know this is not an easy task, so, and, you
I think
know,
everyone knows by now.
Brian, throw a can into him.
people tended to cancel, so he dealt with it, so, and not only that, but other things he did. So everyone knows who you are, so why don't you come up and
No, this should not. Okay.
Call it the Spirit Award moving forward.
Actually, this award should be not given to me. Actually.
No, absolutely.
Why? Okay, this should be for the friend over here, Brad. When CM was here, he used to, like, kind of say, like, my brother over.
Twin.
Yeah, twin. Exactly.
Hey,
So.
the brother is in Texas.
Sorry, brother in Texas. So,
Because
friend
of
over
Texas.
here. So he was the person instrumental in, like, keeping the Hackers together. So this award should be for him first. So since it's a first time, it should be for him. I don't know, like, somehow, like, somebody, like, kind
I'll set him
of
straight.
drive somebody to, like, kind of make this
No,
work.
absolutely no, absolutely
No,
no.
it should have been for
No.
you. Right.
Could not
disagree more. No, we'll get it together.
I don't want to take home a trophy that
It's
says a
already,
shot.
it's already given, photograph taken, so give it to him back.
Your name's on it. Your name's on it.
Oh, come on. It's all.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Let's give
Brian,
it a rolling
it should
sheet.
have been-
Okay, first of all, his
Rolling
name's
sheet,
on it, so
yeah.
I'm not taking it.
Spirit Award. Let's call it the CM Spirit Award.
And second of all, I was guilty as everyone else was, and not, you know, with COVID and everything, like, people weren't into tennis as much. But he was the instigator. He said, okay, we got to do
No,
this.
no, no, no.
We got to form these teams. We got to start the practice sessions. We got to.
I wouldn't say that because it's total family effort. I mean, if you look at it, like, even though, like, it's like a match organization, right?
Stop trying, Ashok.
So many people have booked it
Stop trying to
out.
I don't care what he says. He
You
deserves
can't
it.
get rid of it. You can't get rid of it.
So I have to say this, right, because every member of 2019 Nationals team, the Dreamers team, knows Nizar and Nizar is not here, so I can say this. Nizar was the captain, but the strength behind Nizar was that man. Yes. So I have a ton of respect for Ashok because the way he keeps his calm throughout. The captaincy this year wasn't easy for me, right? And that's why I give more credit to guys like Ashok and Nizar because they carried us all the way to nationals. So Ashok, you thoroughly deserve the award which is given to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. No doubt about that.
Okay, so we have one more trophy to give out, and it's got your name on it, so you better accept it. Okay, so this first, so, you know, I had problems with my calf this year, you know, so I wasn't playing a little bit, and every time I tried to come back and, you know, I would re-aggravate it. But this particular person had more than a calf issue. You know, he had an issue that, you know, was life-threatening, and he wasn't sure if he was even going to play tennis again, probably. And you know, I can't tell you how happy I was when I was playing a match at Mercer County Park, and I saw him playing an early round of the doubles tournament, and so the organizing committee talked about it. We thought this person was deserving of a special recognition award. I don't know if we're ever going to do this one again, but it felt like a good thing to do this year.
I hope not.
We'd like to give it to Guru since
Go!
we're so happy that you're here. You get 2 trophies, but hey, when you hold the trophies, so you can hold the mic.
Thanks, guys. This was the toughest one. I mean, I know why you're giving me this trophy, but it was the freaking toughest one. Like September of last year was when I first diagnosed. I said, you know what? The surgery would take care of it 80% of the time. That is it. You're done with it. The surgery happened, and I went to the best place around here, which is Fox Chase Cancer. And I was cool. Then just 2 days before Christmas, December 23rd, for my first visit, and they had said that, yeah, my tumor markers and everything were cool, and then they said that, hey, it's relatively metastasized. I was like, what the I won't use that.
It's okay. We are used to it. We are used to it, Guru.
So anyways, long story short, so then it so happened, and then I was telling about my experience. The reason I have to share this is because if I share this, and if somebody, you know, I hope this never happens to anyone in our Hackers family or anyone that I know. But if there's anybody that you know who probably might be going through the same thing that I did, probably if I share my experience, they can benefit from it.
Hey, can we, Guru, 1 second, hold on. I need to interrupt you. Can we all move inside?
I mean, you can speak, come on.
Yeah, continue speaking. Continue speaking. Sorry, folks.
Go ahead. No, I mean, as I was saying, that it's when you get diagnosed like this, and then you go and you ask treatment, right? You go to the rest of the doctors. One of the things I've noticed is doctors will only tell you what's convenient for them. It's not. They will try and sugarcoat a lot of things. They will tell you nice things, absolutely. But the whole point is, it's your body and you have to take a fight. So luckily, I was blessed with the best. My cousin's been one of the top doctors out here in the US and one in India. So I had the resources that I needed. So I did a lot of homework. So from December 23rd to January 25th, when my chemo started, I did a lot of homework. And I said, screw you, Fox Chase, I'm not going to go from you. I'm going to go to a hospital near to me because this is going to be a fucking intense treatment. So it was like start at 8 o'clock until 2:30, 3 o'clock every single day, Monday to Friday you're going there, then 2 weeks break, and again Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock you're done, you're going to go. Because if I was to go to Fox Chase, it would have been a 1 hour drive to Fox Chase, 1 hour drive from. So by the time I would have started at 7 o'clock, I would have come back home at 5 and it would have been brutal because after chemo, your body, it just takes a fucking beating. And then you're just throwing up and everything. So what I did is, I did a lot of homework. So what are the side effects that possibly you could get? So one of the things is like, you could get neuropathy. Then you could lose all the hair. So that's why I went bald. Yeah, that's why I said. And you know what? Some of the things are in your control and many of the things are not in your control. So what you need is prayers. So that's why I reached out to you saying that, hey, any prayers? Because I thought the surgery was it, man. After that, because I don't drink, I don't have vices. So I was best placed. I don't have diabetes, neither do I have high blood pressure, no nothing. So I mean, I thought I was good, but in December it metastasized, and now I have reached a point where, you know what, if it is there, I'm ready to fight it, and I'm ready to live with it. I'm going to beat it every single fucking time. So that's it. So the only way, you know what, if you want to get over it, like, how would you fight it out? So one of the things is, you have to always look forward to it. I think when this thing was there, when our draws and who was going to come in the singles, etc., and I was in the middle of my chemo treatment, and that's when Gopal said, hey, you're in Spartans. And I said, Gopal, you know what? I come to my doctor and they say that 3 months after my chemo ends, which happens in April, is when I'll be able to play. So looking at the timetable, the last match is what I see I can play, and I'll do level best because the doctor said you should be able to play in July, but I want to play that last match in the end of June. So mark me in and mark me my oldest partner in CM Hackers, Nikhil, for that match. I may win, I may lose, I want to give it a shot. Yeah, and that's why I thank Gopal, because I know that if they would have played a better pairing back then, when I was not at all in a good state, they might have qualified for the playoffs, etc. But he was kind enough to actually accommodate my request and actually got me through. So that was the first step. And then, you know what, every single step, I just kept on, because you have to have something to look forward to. And tennis and our Hackers team was one of them. So that's the reason why I really thank Hackers, and the tournament was a great part of my recovery. Because you know what, I am not playing like very often. Whenever I play, I'm coming here. And that's why the first thing I said to Karthik, if you remember Karthik, thank you for pairing me with Ankush. Whoever took out the draw, thank you for pairing me. Because whenever I played with like Rob, it was Rob and I forgot his partner. Rob, you were there, my man.
There you go. Rob! Rob is here.
And like, we were like, just easily going through that. I know Rob got pissed off. He doesn't enjoy any.
First time ever, I'm glad you beat me.
No, but that saying, I was like, wow, man. And that actually gave me a motivation that, you know what, I've got such an awesome partner. Now just don't be a dick and screw his game. So all I wanted to do was help him out, keep him fresh by just attacking the net. And thankfully we made it through. But more important than that, I mean, Hackers has been a big part of the recovery, and I really, really hope nobody has to go through it. But one thing I would always suggest, if anybody you know is, make sure you make your own decisions. If you know any of your friends, like, make sure you are in charge of the decisions on your body, and just don't rely blindly on the doctors. Because
I have a different suggestion. Call Guru.
I mean, I can help, but every case would be different. But
Hopefully not.
Hopefully never. Hopefully I really do not hope anybody has to go through what. But you know what? The whole point is, I'll help them in fighting spirit. Whatever it takes to fight it, yep, so be it. Thank you.
I have a story about you.
I hope a good one.
Yes. So I used to play for a team in Edison, called Edison SS. And back maybe 2009, 10, 11, somewhere around that. I played against Guru, and I don't know who I played against.
Nikhil.
Probably Nikhil.
Yes.
And this a-hole would fucking drop everything, right? He would come to the. I
He
was
still
so-
drops, man. He still drops. So.
I saw one drop shot in his match and Ankush drop shot. Srini couldn't get to the ball. Can you imagine? Srini cannot get to the ball. That means it has to be an awesome drop shot. So I still remember back from 10 years ago, Guru's drop shots.
He's the only one that drops overhead.
Yeah.
He drops right at the
Nothing so easy. Yeah, it's like, and then an expletive follows that.
Aina! Aitzako! Welcome back, Guru.
God, I have one story for Guru. So we were.
Take the mic,
Take the mic, man.
So I have one story for Guru. This is, how the young kids, come up in life, like, how they graduate to the next stage of their lives. So we were playing a match against, I forget who.
Vaibhav and Tripura.
Vaibhav and
Ravi.
playing the match. And there was I think it was an under 12 girls singles MCP league happening on this side. Okay. But this is like the complete unabridged Guru going like, Ma bhai. And the first time, I don't know what happens, but then I think that even the girls got so used to it, they said, this is normal, this is how tennis works, so okay, let's be done with it.
So Brian, next time you hear the Ma band, it's equivalent to the mother and sister. So
That's.
yeah, I don't want to complete it, but
It's all recorded.
yeah, oh my god. It's okay. Absolutely fine.
It cuts out like 2 weeks.
Hey, one guy who's actually waiting to desperately shooting messages to me asking for pictures. Manoj.
Oh yes, he's in Dallas.
He knows that it's a party today and all that, and he's waiting to see the pictures. I'm going to share it with
We
him.
can do a live delay if you want me to connect it up.
That's a guy we miss. I mean, he usually is the front and center of these things.
Yeah.
He's so organized.
Yeah, so I think Sean took his place this year. Yeah, so the awards presentation is over.
But we gotta thank.
It's an
Murali
open mic
for-
for anyone
Happy to do this again and again.
We will only, now we take them off.
Let's do it twice a year.
Do we want to pick a date for next year?
The start of the season. How about that?
Yeah,
Why don't we start of the season?
Start
Why
of the
don't we
season.
season?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, dude, he's being double. Absolutely.
Before and after?
Before and after.
Yeah, you figure out how about the strategy is going to be, how many teams you're going to have. So you have a meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, all of you, we have a parking lot tailgating. I don't call it a tailgating. In fact, it should be whatever party. But after the hackers matches, everything, if any of you are playing and if I'm there, if Vaibhav is there, be rest assured that beyond the season or during the season, if tenders are good, beer will be there. You guys are welcome.
Dude, I'm surprised the cops haven't showed up.
Beer is allowed in the park. Oh, it is? Cans only. No bottles.
So we will serve. Yeah.
So I used to
Yeah,
do this
you
thing
guys are
with
welcome
my
and have fun.
with our cricket team. We used to have a party every year, and then everyone used to sign their names on one of the tiles in the basement roof. So maybe we'll do that now. I can bring
Sounds like a tradition waiting to happen.
So Manoj and I started the tradition.
Yeah, Manoj and Vaibhav started it, and last year we continued it. Kevin joined us a few times, and there are a bunch of us from the 3.5 group who are regulars, and then that got spilled over to the
Regular tennis
4.0.
players or regular beer players? And then there were players who came just for the beer. Yes, yes.
Well, I just wanted to mention, I don't think Morali's going to eat all this leftover pizza, so if anyone wants to take some home, feel free.